morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, our Pulp Cthulhu campaign. I am the aforementioned Salty.
And I'm Sweet.
And these various assorted spices are our friends. Before we go around and meet everyone and their characters and talk about who would make the best snake food, let's talk about some channel stuff first. First, a ton of thanks to our sponsors. How many times can I say first? The first being Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. That's right. You heard it here first. We are part of their Spotlight program, which highlights indie TTRPG creators all across the interwebs, and we love them very much. For those of you who prefer physical click-clacks and chonky boys, which is now all I call my dice. They're all little chonkies. Mwah, love them. We're affiliates with Dice Envy. You can go to Dice Envy's website and use the code SALTYSWEET, all caps, one word, to get 10% off your order. Why are people rolling things? Stop rolling things during my spiel, Allie.
Sorry.
So, I don't know, if you want some cool dice, they have wood, they have gemstone, they have metal, they have all sorts of really fun stuff. They come out with new stuff all the time and they're still shipping out regularly. They're great.
Yeah, I think their most recent release was the Song of Rest, which is their purple acrylic, all music themed in white. It's very pretty.
That does sound pretty. And last but not least, we have another sponsor to hype up, and that would be Grinding Coffee Co., a Black and LGBT plus owned company. Their brews are all organic and delicious, and now they're back in full force. They're like a 2-person operation, but they are back, baby, and so everything is shipping out real fast now. Their brews are organic. They donate portions of their proceeds to charity. They're super cool. We like them a lot. You can go to their website, use the code SALTYSWEETGAMES, all caps, one word, for 13% off your order. Basically, all of this goes to help support the channel, helps to compensate our cast, and helps us to embark on exciting new projects. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, gifted subs, donated so we can have the sweet, sweet emotes and sub badges for y'all. And of course, there are donation options listed down below if you would like to seriously impact the game using bits or a Streamlabs tip jar. You just click on the image or follow the link below it, take you right where you need to go. Last thing, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, accent and no cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings, because while the characters may be put through hell or eaten by a giant snake, the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority, always. Without further ado, let's talk to our friends, see who they're playing. Kienna, who are you playing?
Yeah, obviously I'm this Sweet channel. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Irene Blackwell, who's a she, her pronouns. She is our resident forger and artist in the group, who was very concerned about the house, and then more concerned about the artist in the house, and then even more concerned that her friends are unconscious, and now she's about to go shoot an old lady. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's great. Sounds wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's go up to Allie. Hey, Allie, how you doing? Who you playing?
Hey. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am playing Ganymede Graves, adventure scientist, who should not have drunk the tea. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, excellent. Summer.
What's up, motherfucker? Hi.
I would just love a PG-13 opening one day. She said like a liar.
Hi. It's me, Summer. I use she, her pronouns, and I play one Mr. Charlie Rapp, who is asleep, to put it lightly. Unconscious? Do you, when you're knocked unconscious because of tea, do you call it asleep?
Sure.
Either way, eyes closed, no thoughts, head empty. Just gonna nap against the door. and a lizard snake lady,
Mm-hmm.
whatever is going on under the skin
Mm-hmm.
should be fine and chill and normal and cool.
Great. Okay. Tommy, how are you doing? I can't hear you, but I can't wait to be able to.
Yeah, it would help. Yeah, it would help if I unmuted both things. Hi, hello. Yeah, same old professional streamer here. Been doing the stream thing for several years now. Several years now, and I still always forget to unmute my mic. Hello, hi, I'm Tommy. He, him, and I play Zebulon Augustus Claiborne Montgomery III. Who is once again unable to move because of weird eldritch powers. That seems to be my MO. But he's just staring in horror. I guess in horror at what's going on in front of him. Can I see what's going on, or am I staring in a different direction? Can I not see what's going on?
I don't think you can. I think you can see it out of your peripheral vision, maybe.
But 100% believes that Irene has got this.
Yeah. And last but not least, our very special guest, Billy.
Ooh. I am Bill. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Mickey Mahoney, who's using he, him pronouns, and is unconscious in a room because he didn't feel like asking questions.
Yeah.
Just, deep dive into the green stuff, baby.
Good.
Mistakes were made. We'll just say.
As long as fun was had.
Depends on your definition of a mistake.
It's the steak that you missed.
This is true.
I'll go. I'll go. I'll see
goodbye,
myself
Billy.
out. Bye.
Let's do a quick recap. Last time the investigators had tea with a little old lady and all was well the end. No. Mickey had a conversation with the drug-addicted painter Miles Shipley that led to a trip that was out of this world. Or at least out of this continent? He saw 5 Westerners enter a tunnel in present-day Egypt and in ancient Egypt. He also saw a pharaoh with bright, uncanny green eyes. Meanwhile, Charlie tracked down the source of the supernatural cries to a locked door leading down to a basement. He managed to indicate to Zeb that he should distract the old woman, Bertha, so that he could investigate further. Zeb did so with aplomb, but soon found his limbs and mouth locked in place, as he has before. It's almost like a lot of the villains in this adventure have that spell. And I'm going to keep using it just on Zeb. Charles and Ganymede both started to feel woozy after tea time, so only Irene was left completely in control of her faculties. After finally placing the odd smell of the house as similar to that of a reptile room at a zoo, she went out to fetch Zeb. When she saw the state he was in, she started to reach for her gun, but Bertha was quicker, or at least more decisive in the moment, and jabbed her with a knitting needle coated in something bad.
Great.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
So, these were my notes from last time, like the minus luck and the minus magic points, and then I have Zeb is enthralled, Charles is unconscious, and Ganny has a few minutes left, and Mickey is tripping. So, Ganymede and Charles are near the front door. Zebulon is out back in the garden. Mickey is upstairs in Miles's room, and we've got Irene and Bertha near Zeb in the back garden, surrounded by walls that are 9 feet tall, and a gate that might be locked. So, Irene,
Yep.
before we start, we have more advantage vitamins from Hawk for everyone, so everybody should take 1. Add 1 to your total.
Hooray. Thank you, Hawk. We need that.
So
You know what? I'm not even gonna mark mine because I know I'm gonna use it the next fucking roll I'm gonna make.
just
So
like right away. Okay. Got my pretzel shirt for luck. What are you doing,
Uh-huh.
Irene?
Who's luck?
Mine.
Rude.
Mine. I need to roll good. It makes me feel good. I want to feel nice. I want to feel accomplished. I want my camera to pick a lighting setting and just stick to it. What are you doing?
I'm shooting this old lady.
You're shooting this old lady. Great. I want you to. I want you to
Yeah.
be happy.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
thing. Just call it out to me while I check something that you're not gonna like.
Great. I hate that, and I'm using that advantage right away.
Mhm.
That's an extreme though,
Oh.
so
What do we do?
I don't know
for
why it rolled
extremes?
0 damage, because that's very
Oh,
weird.
Yeah, I think they updated the sheets, which always is good.
Yeah, not
It's
like that though.
good. Okay. Great. Okay, so perf. We usually do something for extremes.
I think we do. I can't remember what it is.
It's either double or max. Let's just do max.
Okay,
Because
cool.
it's the same thing in this instance.
Yeah.
So okay, you shoot her.
Yep.
Let me just make a note.
I hate that.
Just make a note. No, it's just about who she's gonna eat first.
I hate that.
Oh, you'd think I would know. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, that's a good shot. That's a very good shot. What's going through Irene's head right now?
I think it's just like everything clicking into place, because like she's out of everybody, she has the most amount of pieces. Like she picked up the reptile house smell. She picked up that the tea was weird. She picked up on Zeb being weird and that Bertha, and she's like, oh fuck. Like, I think this is just the moment of, all right, well, I need to do something. And I think just that decisive moment of, as soon as that needle had left her, is to pull out that gun and just shoot this old lady.
Mhm. Yeah. Isn't it just though? Okay. All right. Oh, good. So,
What are you gonna do, Lauren? I hate
I'm
this.
sorry. She gonna try and stab you again.
God damn it.
And if it works twice in a row, you're just kind of in trouble, maybe.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a hard success for me. Would you like to dodge or fight back? I just feel like we need more exciting music, but I also just really like this whole vibe.
This is very snake.
I'm very
bullshit.
into this vibe.
How does she look after I've shot her? That's the
Yes, GMing, describing the consequences and the response. Yes. Okay, so when you shoot her, I mean, at first everything looks normal except for the blood doesn't fly out, it sloughs out. It's almost like the body kind of wobbles with it, and you do hear her kind of hiss in pain. And that's all for now.
Oh, okay,
I'm
so
just trying to decide something.
okay.
It looks like it hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Looks
So
like
I
it
will-
hurt.
I will fight back this time,
Okay.
and then we'll see what happens next.
Okay, before you fight back,
Yes.
I need you to make a con check.
Cool. We're using another advantage there.
Okay.
Success, Jesus Christ.
You needed a hard.
Fuck, okay.
So, what now happens? For fun, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, you'll take the initial pinprick, but as opposed to damage, you only take one with this second injection.
Okay.
And then she calls out, "Stop." And you feel like that's a really good idea. You should probably not shoot an old lady. And you feel like maybe that's a great suggestion.
God fucking damn it.
Now you are not frozen in place. You can still move, but you really feel like you shouldn't shoot her. She's totally normal. Defenseless. She's scary, y'all. She's really scary.
Great. Well, if that's the case, then Irene will not shoot her, but will start going back towards her friends who are on the verge of unconsciousness, because she needs to get them not here.
Oh, dear. The voice starts to come back to its old lady vibes.
Uh-huh.
Do you turn around?
I don't think so, really. Or maybe it's just like the briefest head turn. I don't think she fully...
You see her holding her needle up to Zebulon's throat.
Fuck me. Ugh. I think she'll stop with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So as Irene pauses, we're gonna go over to Ganymede, who's near the front door with Charlie.
And still somewhat conscious.
Yes.
I would like to open the front door.
Sure.
And drag Charlie as far out toward the street as I can.
Okay, that will take up probably the last moments. Is there anything else you would like to add to that? Yes, you did hear a gunshot.
I mean, all the more reason to do exactly what I said I would do. If we're able to get outside and a little distance from the door, maybe 8 or 10 feet from the door, I'll probably I'm looking around as we go out to see if there's anybody and just like yelling for help.
It's a great thought. Make a luck check.
Can I use advantage?
Yep, what
Do you use advantage on luck rolls?
Okay, regular success.
A regular success.
The house at Holbein News. Are you just looking around?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There is, there's a woman walking the street. Looks pretty standard, maybe a little, scantily clad for the weather, which is freezing.
As I'm dragging Charlie down the little step in the sidewalk that leads up to the front door, I'm saying, "Help us, please. My friend is sick. We need help, please." And just dragging. I want to get as far away from the house as possible.
Okay. So, this woman, I think probably dressed very flapper-esque, just not with money, runs across the street from where she was walking, and as you lose consciousness, you see her trying to ask you questions, but you can't quite make out what she's saying as she's looking around, and then I think the last thing you see is her scampering away towards a phone booth.
All right.
Back outside. So we're in this fun standoff. Everyone's having a good time. Do you say anything?
Oh yeah, I think Irene's just like, what do you want? What?
Oh, What do I want from you? I would love your assistance in carrying some of these bodies downstairs, if you don't mind.
I feel like you know what my answer to that is. Really?
You came into my house and you shot me. Your friends aren't the most subtle. I think you would have walked out of here had you not busted open my basement door. It was rather loud.
So the whole tea situation was even before.
Oh, just insurance.
So if you're going to put my friends in the basement for whatever purposes you have then.
Yes, that seems to be the only course I've really been left with.
Is it though?
Oh, so I suppose if you all leave, I'm just going to be allowed to continue my existence without a visit from London's finest?
I'm not exactly one to go to police myself.
Can the same be said for all your little friends? I think she takes her other hand and
Oh.
pats Zebulon's head.
Can Zeb hear this? Or is
Yes,
this like
Zebulon can hear all of this. He just cannot move or speak.
great?
Oil cheer.
Oh God. I'm guessing you're not gonna say what exactly is in the basement.
She blinks. Oh, but does she blink like the normal way or the
No,
snaky way? Definitely the snaky way. Did I hear you correct earlier in that you are an artist of sorts?
I wasn't lying when I said that, no.
Well, I suppose Miles could use some help. in his endeavors.
In painting.
Yes.
So what do I get out of this then? If that's the case.
Oh, I suppose you get to stay alive. As long as you're useful.
And is that the case for Miles then?
The slow blink again.
I'm also absolutely stalling for time as
Sure,
this conversation's going on. Again, she left her friends at the front door,
Mm-hmm.
which she made sure they were outside,
Mm-hmm.
like, or they were, so that like maybe something would happen. So
Yes.
she's kind of like, I'm
Scotland
trying.
Yard will save us.
Well, not Scotland Yard will save us, but in like a, all right, like let's see how long I can draw this out
Mm-hmm.
until someone has to make a decision here.
It's rather chilly out here, don't you think?
I mean, you have my friend Frozen, so
Oh, he'll be just fine. Maybe I'll knit him a scarf.
after you go and you bring him downstairs for whatever nefarious purposes you have.
Right. No, I think you'll be bringing him downstairs, miss. You feel like Zebulon would fit in so well downstairs.
God, I hate this. I think Irene looked down at herself. She's like, I'm not really known for having really good strength.
Oh, quite. I suppose I could get Miles to help you. Miles! And she calls up. Upstairs. Mickey, you are still tripping.
Now, like out, like he's unconscious and he's still like dreaming, or he's with it and has stimuli just keep creating themselves.
Yeah, I think you're not unconscious anymore. Like you're not on the ground, but you are not seeing this house in Chelsea. You are seeing pyramids and sand in Egypt.
How would the gunshot filter through this?
I think it comes through, but as though it's
Like thunder?
so far away,
Yeah.
like echoing off the stones.
So if he's still kind of trapped in the image, how close is he to the 5?
That's an interesting question. I think the last thing you saw was them in front of this pharaoh figure. I think now you were with them kind of walking through this ancient, very alive Egypt. But it all has this kind of shifting quality of a painting.
Then he would kind of like, with a small degree of like panic, start to like wander around and look for a direction to go in, or kind of frenetically moving about.
Yeah. Make a luck check.
You got it. Extreme success.
Oh shit! Okay. Wherever Miles is right now, he's not kind of in your world. But you move, and I think if anybody else were watching, if Miles were not working, he would see Mickey move to the door, remove the chair, open the door, and start moving through the halls, almost like he knows where he's going. Up or down?
What would the hallucination, like, what would be the what would he would do whatever would trigger his first instinct.
Yeah.
So if there was like a sand dune that he's like caught in.
Yeah. I think up is going literally to the top of this pyramid.
The dune?
And down
Okay.
down looks like an entrance to those tunnels you moved through before.
Yeah, the top of the pyramid to get a good lay of the land.
Yeah. So Mickey, if anyone could see, Mickey is walking back up the stairs to the attic, back to the garret room. And in front of you, there's an impossible door.
Impossible door
Yeah, it's like, seems like it goes nowhere. It's just at the top of this pyramid.
And does it have like a handle to open, or is it just like a slab of stone that you kind of see the outline of?
I think it has a handle. I think that the strange thing is that this door looks
like a door.
Right, like a door you would see in this house.
So Mickey's going to dramatically flare open his kimono and reach into the back of his linen pants and pull out a well-kept handgun. And then, like, keep it close to his head and open the door.
Yeah. It's locked. What do you do?
Shoot the handle.
Yeah. Okay. Another bang goes out that you hear, Irene, and Bertha turns in shock and surprise, which may or may not give you an opportunity. We'll see. And Mickey, the door opens. If anybody were up in the attic, they would see you shooting the padlocked closet up here. And in front of you is it's almost as if the desert is gone. You don't see a desert through this door. You see a swamp. This kind of marsh infested with serpents. You can see a small island in the distance of this water with a stone altar on top of it. You don't know how, but it looks, if your mind can comprehend, it looks even older than ancient Egypt that you're in. Impossibly old, maybe millions of years. This is a place where no human being, you couldn't imagine one existing here.
And in swamps, I imagine that Mickey is an educated person, but maybe
Yeah.
not educated in this kind of thing. Would he be able to, like, through like fauna and types of plants and or other things, like get a general idea of like a continent that this hallucination is taking place on, or is this all figments of his own imagination?
It looks like something you never could have read about in a real history book. Maybe
Cool.
in a story.
Okay.
And yeah, what do you do?
Obviously, walk towards the altar.
Okay. So you walk through the door, it closes behind you. The heat of Egypt gone and this mugginess surrounding you. I want you to make a power check.
Cool. Oh no!
You can use luck. You got luck.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah.
You want to use
Yeah,
4
I'll
luck?
do that.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You manage to move through the murkiness and the bog without stopping, and you're covered in its filth and grime. But as you get to the altar and look at it, like from the top down, it looks like a door.
Again, like a regular door.
Yeah.
He'll do the tried and true method of try opening it, and if it doesn't open, shoot it.
It's so weird because it looks like it's already been shot. You can open it.
Oh, crazy. All right, so that like suspicion and like instincts and things like that. So he'll keep the gun at the ready. He's like, "This is someone shot over it." Open the
Yeah. And you emerge in the garret room. If you look behind you, there's the closet that you've shot open and a painting there. One maybe not quite finished, but as you look at it, you see that bog, that altar in the middle. And you can make out these creatures in it, as tall as you are, maybe even a little taller, all scales and teeth and claws, slowly converging on that altar. But you're back.
And in the garret room, then is the altar is still present, or that illusion is gone and it's just the paintings?
You are just back in the garret room. That illusion is gone. This painting in the closet seems to be a painting of that area, that bog.
How many paintings are up here?
So with the one in the closet, 4.
And how large are the canvases?
Pretty large. Like it would take, it would be cumbersome to move any of them.
And they're all like heartily framed and things like
Yeah,
that.
they're not extremely heavy. They're just bulky and awkward.
What if I put them all like next to each other? Like just align them in a part of the, not like try to carry them with me, but like set them all up in like a corner.
Yeah, you can do that. I think looking at them all in a row, there is something different about the one from the closet. I mean, Miles's work seems to like move and swirl and be alive, but this one just much more so. You feel like you can see it literally shifting. Those creatures I described, those tall reptilian creatures, moving.
within the actual painting. So
Mhm.
now because he's out of it,
Yeah.
would he still think that there's an element of tripping still involved with this?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you didn't walk through any of the other paintings. You don't remember walking through any of the other paintings.
Yeah. So now that he's kind of like come to a little bit, he'll. Is there anything else in this room like of note or of other than like a chair, other than the 4 paintings, or is it just like a room for the
It
paintings
seems
to be
just like
displayed?
a showcase room.
Okay.
I mean, not a very nice one.
Okay. I guess Mickey's going to go back down the way he came.
Mm-hmm.
Still with like handgun drawn, like half out of it, and attempt to try to find the rest of.
Yeah. So, I think as you wander down, again, nobody on the second floor except for Miles, who seems to be engrossed in whatever he's doing. But as you go to the ground floor, where the stairs come out, you see the passed out figures of Ganymede and Charles, like a few feet from the door, like onto the pavement almost.
Okay, and that would put his body on like high adrenaline alert, like a mouse would freak him out. So I guess he's going to go over and investigate their unconscious bodies.
Yeah. They don't look hurt. You, I think, see pretty far down the street a phone booth that maybe a girl is hopping into to call someone. But otherwise they are out here alone. Real quick, while you think, back. As that gunshot goes off, Irene, you have a moment to do something. What is this?
What does that mean?
Is it Shake Zebulon awake? Is it shoot?
Or is it shoot? Is it get Zebulon? What is
I think it's
that?
Get Zebulon. But you can do one thing in this little bit of time where she seems to be distracted.
Does she still have a needle up to Zeb's throat? Like,
I mean, yes, but she doesn't look like she's not paying as much attention to it.
okay. I'm gonna do a dumb thing.
I love dumb things.
I'm gonna charge at her, and as I'm doing so, take off the shawl and shove it in her face to push her back and also get rid of her visibility.
I love this. Okay. And she's right. Okay, so okay. This is gonna have to be, I think this has to be strength of brawl.
Yeah. And I'm using an advantage for this because.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna resist this because I think she's surprised by this. So.
Yeah. We're using strength because my brawl is shit.
Okay. Okay, we got a success.
Okay.
We got a success. There it is. It's pretty, isn't it? So as you Yeah. Describe this to me again. I love it. Like you're a fucking bullfighter.
Yeah, basically, it's the combination get her away from Zeb
Yeah.
and also like cover in the shawl, make a distraction, just not have her.
Yeah. Oh, Irene's gonna see something fun in a second. But
great.
I love this. No, this was great because as you do this and you shove her against the back wall, Zebulon in this scuffle falls forward and hits his head on the ground below, on one of the stone little pavement paths. And Zebulon, oh my gosh, you can move.
You're
Okay. All right. Zeb, like, football instincts kicking in, right? Like it's like you've just taken a big hit. You're stunned for a bit. You gotta get back up, and you gotta make the tackle.
Yep.
And, Zeb is gonna go over to restrain the old lady, essentially. Like I get like Irene's got her like pushed up against the wall, you said? Or
yes, against the garden wall. And you think that this was mostly because of the surprise?
Yeah.
She's an old lady. I'm sure she'll be contained by just Irene. Don't help her.
Yeah, no, Zeb's definitely gonna go and like just try and restrain the old lady.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you do that, you two are in for a treat.
Oh no.
She thrashes around and there are so many interesting sounds. Like a hiss and a growl, and you see, like, through the shawl. I think I love this. Oh, yes. Bertha's head fall back, like, how many degrees is that? 90? And you see her mouth opening. And then it keeps opening and opening. And from it, this snout emerges and starts to pierce through the shawl. Both of you make a sanity check.
Have we got any of those advantages floating around?
You have one. You have at least
I have
one.
one. Did I? Okay, I got one from Kai earlier. Okay. I feel like this is where I should probably use it. It'd be best if I don't go insane here.
I mean, whatever you feel like in your heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it here. Oh my god.
I mean, you just woke up. Oh, look, you only lost one.
Hey.
You were like, oh, damn, I don't like that.
Don't like that. Don't like. Do not like.
No thanks.
Hard pass on that.
The other thing is that... So Bertha was definitely smaller than both of you. And as... I think Zeb, the thing that you see is, as this, like, starts to come out, Bertha sloughs off. And you see just the hollowed out skin around, like, her knees. And you can see this thing was crouched and it starts to stand up straight. It is all scales. And it moves an arm out to, I think, yeah, totally Velociraptor style, rip through the shawl at this point. What do you two want to do?
I'm just gonna tackle it.
Okay. Do you want to?
Zeb's gonna wrestle an alligator.
Yeah.
Like we do down in the south.
Do you want to make a strength check?
Is this? Well, here's the quick question.
Sure.
Is this thing bigger than Zeb now?
It is. It's at least. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, Zeb's
Oh.
like.
Isn't that nice? Don't y'all like that?
No, I don't.
Yeah. It's at least as big as you, if not a little bigger.
I'll
and
put it in a
Zeb's
box
just-
and take it home.
Yeah. I guess we should call you Big Bertha now. And he's just.
Gotta
You
get
lose
that
another
fucking
point of
quip
sanity.
in.
You lose another point of sanity for that.
I'll take it.
No.
I'll take it.
What are you two doing? Should I eat
Zeb's
you when I have
tackling
the
it.
chance?
Zeb's tackling Big Bertha.
Okay. So this is gonna be, I think, opposed strength.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Do you?
I like. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah, describe this for me.
Oh, this is like a full-on like football tackle. Like he gets low, wraps him around the waist, and like takes him to the ground.
Okay, nice.
Like and like
Nice.
getting on top. Like this is full football tackle.
Okay.
Like he hasn't played football in 3 years, but you know you muscle memory.
Good. This is great. I want to hop back out front. Mickey, what's the plan before I get to our 2 sleeping beauties that I definitely don't have anything planned for?
He's gonna holster his gun back in the back of his pants, and like crouch down and attempt to. He'll start with Ganymede first in terms of like
Okay.
assessing and like maybe light prodding and shaking and like a tap on the cheek.
Yeah. Light doesn't seem to be doing much, but you think like she's not as far gone as Charles, so maybe a little more vigorous, like shaking or something, might snap her out of it.
Okay. Then I guess more vigor it is.
Ganymede, make a con check.
Advantage.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Oh,
So,
no good.
Throw us in the trunk. We'll be fine. The boot, if you will.
So, the interesting thing about this. Well, obviously she does not wake up, but Ganymede. You're on the deck of a boat. You're on the deck of the Daring. It's very. That's right? My notes are scattered and divided. You're on the deck of the Daring, and there's another boat, kind of right next to yours. Planks have been extended. What's that other boat called? The Sea Devil?
Yes.
How did that night go down?
This was some time ago.
How old is Ganymede?
She's 13.
What does 13-year-old Ganymede look like?
She has a uniform that was made for her size. Her grandfather it was the only way he could imagine to clothe a young person. But she's normally, she's like her uniform is normally perfect, but at this moment it is filthy dirty with coal dust because she's been hiding in the coal stores from these pirates that have boarded her home. So her hair is disheveled and she's got coal dust all over her face and hands and uniform.
What does she see from where she is right now?
She's kind of lying on top of the roof, I think, of the bridge. It's kind of the highest point on the ship, and it's higher than the Sea Devil, than any point on the Sea Devil. So she knows she can't be seen unless someone else comes up there. But she's looking down and she sees several of the pirates who have brought out members of the crew, kind of her only family, right? And are, as they bring them out from their various hiding places, they kind of kneel them down on their knees with their hands behind their heads on the deck. They're still trying to account for everyone on board.
What language are they speaking? Or where is the Sea Devil from?
Its official home port is Shanghai, but it operates all across the South China Sea. Her captain is Dutch, and the crew is just sort of a mishmash of miscontents and ne'er-do-wells from all kinds of countries and navies. But I think she probably doesn't understand. I think it's probably Dutch is the lingua franca of the Sea Devil and her crew. Dutch language? Yes.
What did Ganymede do? This is happening exactly as it did, except it feels like it's happening now.
Yeah. Well, she reaches down. She's kind of reaches across. She's laying next to her on the roof is a shotgun that belongs to her grandfather that he keeps in the captain's cabin on kind of hooks up over his bunk. Mm-hmm. And as she kind of made her way around, from the coal stores, I think she stopped by there and got that. And, her hands, she's, I don't know that she's ever handled a firearm before this point, right? So just really shakily trying to load the barrels and can't quite figure out how to close it properly. It breaks down in the middle, right? So can't quite figure out how to close it properly, but eventually gets it there. And I think that she sees the thing that prompts her to move, or that prompted her to move that night, was seeing her grandfather coming, being brought out on deck by this pirate captain, whose name she doesn't even know yet. And then being taken from there and being, cruelly mistreated and slapped around. And he's the only living relative that she has, and has cared for her for the last 5 years since her parents disappeared. And so she sees all of this, and then the pirate drags her grandfather into the bridge, which is right below where she is. And what happened in her memory is that she swung down very quietly and entered the bridge behind them, and she shot him.
So, as that shot rings out and the bridge above and the room you're in erupt into chaos once again, chaos that this time the valiant crew of the Daring overcame, the face that spins in shock and awe at you isn't the face of this captain, but the face of Augustus Larkin, though his eyes are black and dripping. And after this moment of awe passes, his mouth curls into a smile as he reaches down and kind of pokes his hand into the gaping wound from the shotgun blast. And he reaches up to his hat, this pirate captain's hat, and he tips it. And everything is black again. Charles! Hi.
I'll pass. It's fine. Go on to the next person.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, we just won't talk this whole episode.
I'm fine with that, you know? After seeing the Ganymede God, I'm good.
Yeah, she kicked ass. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. You're driving a car. What happened that night?
So, Charlie, I don't know if you know this about Charlie, but Charlie's a rich boy.
Yep, I recall.
A rich daddy's boy. He grew up in California, inland towards the mountains, kind of near like Sierra Nevada area. And he got a car from his dad. He was 16 and he had a childhood sweetheart named Annie. And he thought that they should go for a drive together to break in the new car. And so the two of them went. They had a beautiful day. It was great weather. And they kind of got back up in the mountains. And the car was open top. And it started raining. And so obviously they were both laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It was silly. I mean, it was unpredictable because the weather had been perfect all day long. But it was getting a little bit dark, and so they decided to turn back. And that's what they did. They turned around and started heading back towards Charlie's house. And just as they were about to get out of the mountains, which is pretty far from home, from his actual like house, which is a little bit closer to a city, there was a flash flood. And it pushed the car off the road. And it was just bad timing and bad luck for where they actually happened to be. But the like last things that Charlie remembers is like losing control of the car, and it went off the side and started to tip, and he put his arm out over Annie. And the car rolled, and she was killed on impact, pretty much. And Charlie doesn't really remember very much of what happened before they were found. He was in and out of consciousness. But when they finally were found, because they didn't come back, Charlie was like barely hanging on. And they got him to a hospital, but he was technically dead for about 13 minutes before they managed to bring him back. And yeah, when he woke up in the hospital, you know, obviously they told him what had happened, But he could see spirits from then on.
I think as all of this replays in your head as you sleep, it it wouldn't look like rewinding, right? It would look like someone pulling the strip of film back through an early camera as it replays and it just starts again. And this time you're not driving the car, you're in the back seat of it, and you can see yourself and Annie laughing. And as the rain starts and you're both still laughing with this kind of carefreeness, the Charlie in the front seat turns over his shoulder and looks at you with the black eyes that you've seen before as he sharply turns the wheel on purpose over the edge. And then all you see is black. Mickey, you've just finished shaking Ganymede to no avail. What do you do?
If she's not coming to, then I feel like he wouldn't want to be a dick, but he would also check Charlie.
Yeah.
Shake.
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie, make a con check. My two con babies. Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm using an advantage.
Yeah. Gotcha. Charlie starts to come to.
As Charlie opens his eyes, Mickey, are you all right? What happened?
I think Charlie's probably crying too.
Yeah.
When he wakes up, it's like waking up from a really bad dream.
Yeah.
Mickey would go, hey, and then move to like embrace Charlie. Like, are you okay? It's okay. I'm here. I can help.
Yeah. I'm fine.
The woman who was all the way down the street at the phone booth starts running back, her heels scratching the pavement as she rushes over, and kneels down next to Ganymede, who's still out. So what's going on? I just called the police. Is everyone okay?
Mickey would look up. Oh, go ahead.
I think Charlie's kind of like trying to realize what's going on, and he's like, Irene is still inside. And Zeb.
Oh, well, Ganymede, I tried waking Ganymede, but she's still unconscious.
It's okay. I think I can get up. I'll get her into the car. If you can just get the other two.
Yeah.
I'll come back in a second. You said you called someone? He says, like, turning to the woman.
Yes, I called the police.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we were attacked. But we've got it under control now, and Charlie's gonna get up to get Ganymede. He'll, like, do his best to get Ganymede into the car.
Okay, gotcha. The woman who's standing with you, Mickey, I think pulls out or indicates kind of in her bag, like flashes like a small knife. Are we in danger?
I I don't know what's going on, but if you would like to accompany me in checking out what's going on in there as my friend gets my other friend into a car, I think that might be helpful.
Might just stay here and wait for the police to arrive, or
Then
your friends.
his shoulder will kind of like cock back with an attitude. It's like, then why did you offer the knife?
I was wondering, if we needed to be prepared, if someone was going to. We've heard all the girls. We've all heard stories about that house.
If you can stay with her, I'll go with you. I'm armed, so. And he'll make sure that Ganymede's like in a resting position in the car and is safe.
Yeah.
And then he's just gonna trust this woman on the street to protect Ganymede while he goes inside with Mickey.
And then Mickey will look at this person. What's your name, dear?
Rose.
Rose, if you could take care of my friend here, the adults will handle what's inside.
Thank you, Rose.
Yeah.
How hot is she on a scale of 1 to 100?
Super hot.
Great. Love to see
she's like
it.
kind of auburn, like dark auburn hair. Very heavily applied makeup, and now that you're looking, probably a working girl.
Yeah.
Who is probably part of her beat.
She knows how to fucking defend herself then. I trust her
That's
with
why
Ganymede's
she
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit young looking, but
Yeah.
she's going to watch Ganymede.
Absolutely. Charlie trusts her more than anyone else here now.
Great. Okay, and so Charlie and Mickey are gonna head inside, but let's see what's happening out back. So Zebulon's on top of this reptile creature who looks part snake and part crocodile.
I'm wrestling a crocodile.
Yeah. Is there any plan beyond the wrestling?
Well, I mean, is Irene doing something at this time?
Well,
I guess
know.
do I still feel compelled to not shoot, or is it like no longer old woman, and therefore? Because that changes what I do.
Yeah, I think you still feel compelled not to shoot. I rolled for the minutes, and I think we're still within there.
Okay, cool. At that point, then, I think Irene's just gonna start calling out, Miles, get out of there now! Wait, she's assuming this is the reason why he can't go outside, or he can't leave. That's the assumption she's making, and the assumption that I'm making.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. I think. Sure. I think you hear, well, not much at first, but eventually a face appears at one of the back windows overlooking the garden, and you see Miles's face, which looks haunted and horrified. And then you lose sight of him.
Great, cool.
Okay.
Zebulon's just gonna start pummeling.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it.
Roll check, I guess.
Yeah.
Wrestle that gator.
Wrestle him.
Mm-hmm.
Get it tied for around
not
his snout.
good.
You need a rubber band.
Not
Thick one.
good.
So
Why is there a size roll? What the hell?
in case you need to check your size, buddy.
I don't remember ever clicking it.
Am I big?
Am I big? I can't. How big am I today? So as you start to pummel this creature, as one time as you go up, and just gives it enough wiggle room to then try and clamp down on your shoulder with its snout, which it does.
Why do you roll so well?
I don't know.
What did you do? Who did you pay?
Maybe we should all stop rolling from the sheet and start rolling straight D100s, because
Yeah,
that's
right?
where Lauren's
That's
true
it.
treasure lies.
That's it. Make a con. It needs to be extreme to pass.
What?
Jesus. Thank God I have
What it
advantage on these from
Use
my
your
endurance.
advantage. Use
Oh,
it.
that's right. That's
Yeah, I
right,
have
that's
my endurance.
right.
Okay. Come on. Roll
You
20.
got this.
Roll 20 for all the times you've hurt me. For all the times you've hurt me.
What do
roll
you need?
20.
What do you need to get an extreme? Do you know?
What is it? Is it half of the half?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a quarter.
So 20. And you get
20 or better. You can do this.
I believe in you. No.
Oh,
So,
It was
this is
16,
what you're gonna
damn.
take.
16.
Take 11 points of damage.
Jesus Christ!
That's not half your HP. You have 31.
No, I
Great.
have 31 HP.
Yeah. As this thing clamps down on you, and much like a snake bite, I'm sure Zeb's been bitten by a snake before. It's like you can feel the fire start from that wound. And I'm gonna spend luck and do it again. Because he's in a bad position right now.
Can I spend luck and not and have it just
No!
not just not happen?
Absolutely not.
Can I just spend luck
No.
and have it not?
That does not hit.
Congratulations, Zebulon. You've made it out.
So I think you hear Zeb cry out or grunt with pain, Irene, and I think you hear footsteps charging down the stairs. Or is it charging up the stairs? It's like you hear him go up and then down. It's very confusing. But when Miles comes out, he is holding a painting kind of pressed against him.
Is it the one he was working on, or is it a different one? Based on the size of the canvas.
A different one.
Okay. Because I remember it being a stupid large canvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So since she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. He like runs into you at the back garden door, and you just see his kind of haunted eyes as he looks past you and sees the shell of his mother on the ground and this beast with Zebulon.
I'm like grunting in pain right now because that's a pretty good chunk bite.
It was pretty bad.
He's doing like the slapping thing of like trying to get the face,
Yeah.
you know, just
Yeah. Yeah, love it.
trying to get
love
leverage on it.
And Miles looks at you, Irene. I don't know if it'll work.
What? Might as well try. What is it?
It's how she came here. He shakes his head like he can't work it out quite. He looks frozen. He looks frozen to the spot, like he can't move.
Irene's gonna grab the painting from him.
Okay. Before Mickey and Charlie arrive, we're gonna have at least one more bout out here. Zeb, what are you doing?
Okay, at this point, I don't think Zeb wants to pummel it. I think he's just gonna like get his jaws off of it and just try to just hold the jaws shut.
I love it.
He just wants to like grab and just like hold those jaws shut.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, that is how you deal with them.
Yeah. Love it. Let's do it. I think this is gonna be strength.
Okay.
And
you know, we're just gonna test this out one time. We're just gonna test the Lauren method out here one time and see how this goes. If that's okay, Lauren.
Oh, please. No, please do. I'm just preparing myself to laugh.
That's a hard success.
Yeah, that's a hard success.
That's a hard success. That's a hard success.
Great.
This is how I roll from now.
Yeah. So I think he doesn't seem like the dodge type, does he? And you have his mouth closed, so Yeah, I think he's just going to fight back, but just with the hands and claws to try to get you off. Not a dodger. That hits for the fighting. So you take 3 more points as this thing's claws kind of rip into your sides.
Yeah, and Zeb's just trying to like power through the pain and just hold this thing until someone can do something. Like someone's got to have a gun. He knows Irene has a gun. Like someone's got to do something. So he's just like grunting through the pain. He's like,
yeah.
You are not. He's like, you know, like you are not gonna hurt anyone else.
Okay, Irene, what are you doing?
What's the painting of?
It looks. Are you taking a close look or a cursory glance?
I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to know what it is.
Okay. If you were just looking at it, it looks to be a picture of a swamp.
Okay. At this point, does Miles look like he's going to say what she has to do with it? She has an assumption, but she's not.
He looks like he's completely checked out. He's in shock.
Okay, cool. We're taking this painting and we're bashing this thing over the head with it.
You're bashing it over the head with it. Okay. Zeb, are you on top of the creature or under it?
It's I mean,
I think you were on top.
I was on top to start with.
Yeah.
I would say I'm probably still on top, given
Yeah.
that this thing hasn't tried to reverse this pin. So yeah, I'm probably still on top. But like, I probably imagine the head's a little bit like he's probably like holding it like, it's like the head's a little exposed.
Yeah.
But like still close because he is like wrapped around its jaw.
Okay. You can make a strength check, Irene.
Sure, we're using another advantage there. We'll burn through them. Oh my god, extreme success.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
I want you to roll a d3. Okay. As you Okay, as you go to hit it, the frame is probably the heftiest part of it, and part of that connects so as you don't hit Zebulon, and it hurts. Like you see a cut open up despite its kind of hard, scaly body. But when you pull back and the creature sees what you're holding, you see fear in its eyes. But that's it. Charlie and Mickey, you are on the scene. And it quickly looks away from the painting and tries to focus on Zeb and getting its mouth free.
Okay, so I can see that it's got Zeb, Irene, Miles, and Mickey are all here.
Yep.
Ganymede's outside. The house is empty.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple things I need to do. Just a quick lickety split.
Sure. What are you doing?
Mickey will feel no fear because he's high as a kite, so I'm not worried about Mickey charging into battle.
Sure.
I need to go get my fucking paintings from upstairs. Those belong to me.
So
Y'all, we need them.
So you're going upstairs right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be what you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my 3 paintings. I'm gonna chuck them out the front door, just onto the street towards Rose.
For now, what you do is you go upstairs.
Yeah.
Mickey, what are you doing?
He's hell bent on figuring out what's going on, and then Charlie disappears. And he's like, "What? You were just
shoot it! Shoot it!"
But yeah, he would have gone back with the gun after losing Charlie. getting like point blank, like so close you can't miss.
Yeah.
As it's engaged, and like line up close to the most crucial vital organ that this thing may have.
Yeah.
And Kapawi.
Go for it.
I'm going to use an advantage on this.
Okay.
He does saunter over, and he doesn't look like in complete control of his movements. But the second he aims it, suddenly there's like new machinations like in all of his organic matter, and he like gets very rigid and precise, and like takes a deep breath in, and then he looks steady as a rock, and doesn't do well.
Oh no!
What happens?
He's steady as a rock, and then all of a sudden, like his left knee buckles, and then the gun misses.
Okay. Yes. So this creature, as that next gunshot goes off, and I think you can just start to hear the sirens, the old-timey 1920s sirens in the distance. Okay. So, Zeb and Sithasa. That's a good point. I do like that idea, Mickey shooting so close to you.
Zeb's eardrums are definitely blown. If this gun is that close, his eardrums are...
Okay. I think... What's your dex, Zeb?
Not great.
It's lower than
Not
mine.
great.
Okay, so
50.
He's gonna go first. First try to remove his snout from your hands, which he does, and then try to bite you again. This thing is now like mostly fighting for its life, and it's very, very animalistic. It seems to have at least put aside some of that intelligence, or something has caused it to kind of revert. That just hits. Make a con check.
Stop for it. Stop.
I can't. I can't.
Make this an advantage.
That's right.
Come on. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Roll 20. This is like the one thing I'm good at.
11 more points as he sinks back into that wound again. And I think
Zeb is screaming.
Yeah.
Zeb is screaming in pain.
Yeah. Make a strength check, and I'm gonna say with all this in your veins, it's probably disadvantage. You still have good strength though.
Okay. All right. I don't think there's anything to the Lauren method. I think it's just it's just roll 20. I think Lauren's just paid. So you said disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, you
Wow,
managed to...
hard success either way.
Yeah, this thing tries to shove you off, but you are just like holding on with all you
like
got.
Zeb's in like that desperate, like it's almost like he's like it's like when you watch that football film and it's just the guy holding on to one leg as he's being dragged. It's kind of like that, but like just flopping on his body, and just last dregs of strength. Like here's the thing, I think Zeb is also kind of in a I've got to, like, if I let this thing go, it'll hurt my friends. And so, like, Zeb is just in desperation, like, just bloody. This thing's jaws, like, latched onto it. So at this point, he's just wrapping it in his arms as best he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irene.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
It's that painting again. And it's the, not brute forcing this.
Right.
But having noted the fear, I think she's getting closer with, like, the paint. And she wants to touch the canvas to this thing. She wants to see what that does, because she hit it with the frame before.
Right. So as Zeb's holding the creature down, it turns it lets go of his shoulder, which then gushes blood. I mean, you see Zeb's shoulder is not looking great. As it sees you approach and you see that fear, it just turns away. It like turns its whole head away from you. You touch it, nothing happens.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep looking at this.
Okay. Okay. let's call this. What do you think this is? What kind of role do you think this is? To get him to look at this.
That's interesting.
Because I think Zeb's assisting you in that its body can't get away right now, but it can still move its head.
Right. So, I guess it depends on what kind of way, because it's either dexterity, which is the actual physical movement, or it's power, in which I am literally brute force, like willing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on what kind of.
Yeah, I could see either working. It's up to you how you want to go about this.
We'll use power.
Okay.
Because that's how we do that.
This is going to be opposed.
Okay. I do get advantage because
That's right, you are strong-willed.
Oh my god, 69.
Nice.
Jesus, Lauren. Wait.
So as you try, like, moving it and trying to, like, compel him to look, he just is very, very, resistant. This seems to be, like, the one thing he doesn't want to do, and he'd probably rather die than do it. Mickey, what are you doing?
He's gonna aim for the same thing, except, try to angle it to where the bullet won't hit Zeb or any of his friends. So, like, place, if they're still wrestling, like, place his hand on the snake person and to kind of help steady, and then use advantage and go again.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So what is the damage?
How do you figure that out?
Whatever type of handgun. A handgun's usually like what, a D8 in this?
It's usually a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would not be a handgun expert, so I'm sure standard issue.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it, boo-boo. I made an error.
Okay.
We love 1 point of damage
We do.
in this house.
You shot it in the butt.
Hit
That's
it
where you shot
again.
it.
It's just it hits as it just sinks in, and this thing is very, very hardy, you could say, and it's in these like throes fighting for its life. Charlie, you hear gunshots. Are you still focused on the paintings?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So outside then. We're staying outside. I guess it's his turn then. Okay. Zeb. So remember, you can fight back or dodge. That doesn't hit. I'm gonna use 10 points of luck for another attack.
Can you not?
It's a talent.
Can you not? Can I use 10 points of luck to not?
No! Doesn't hit.
Hey. Okay.
You're
So, yeah.
weakening
Can
it.
Zeb,
You're weakening
can Zeb
it.
use this opportunity to try and force its head to look at
Yes.
the damn painting?
Okay.
Just look at it. Look at it.
Strength.
Look at it.
Peace.
Strength.
All right. Am I still at disadvantage? Cause
Yeah,
the
because I'm
blood loss?
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's understandable.
You could use an advantage to counteract. Ooh.
I don't have advantages. Is the problem?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm out.
Would you like to use 9 points of luck?
Yes.
Okay.
I will use 9 points of luck.
As you turn this thing's head, force it, using all of your remaining strength to look at the painting Irene's holding, you see those eyes just thin, the pupils thin to the point that they're barely there, and and the creature in front of you begins to fade. It's like it's locked, hypnotized, looking at this thing, and it just starts to not be there. Zeb, you don't fall suddenly, it's like gradually. And if you glance at the painting, only glance, a figure is now on the altar, and it moves kind of in these swirling ways as the other creatures that Mickey saw appearing that look very similar to this creature start to surround it. What do you want to do?
Is everyone all right?
I should be asking you that, and I think Irene is immediately down on, like,
Oh,
I think
the moment Zeb asks that, he passes out. He passes.
Yeah.
He's out.
Oh God. And she looks at Mickey. Can you take him? And Miles here, to the front.
One moment. That was very, very stressful, and I'll bring his pipe to his mouth.
Oh my God.
Put some bud in it, and light a match. Put it in. Start smoke, and then throw the lit match on the painting.
Yes. Yeah. I think we need to do that for the whole house. Maybe.
What
And
is? We must get. Miles is still out there, right?
Yeah, he's just kind of twitching.
Miles, he'll I guess he'll kind of hoist Zeb up on like the if he's completely unconscious, then like put his arm around him and kind of carry most of his weight and walk up to Miles. Can you grab anything you might need? I want you to stay with me in my flat for a while.
I brought him people. There.
You brought who people?
Him, and he points to the space where the creature was.
How many people did you bring him?
And he just looks at you. I think they're still all down there.
Down where?
The basement. You're talking about the basement. And Irene's mind's going a million miles an hour right now, and
He's still got his pipe in the mouth, and he's like, well, be careful. The police are on the way.
if they come before I show up again, tell them that there was some strange animals, reptiles that were in here. You're good at telling stories. And she like fucking books it into the house.
Okay.
And then Mickey is going to fumble around in his pocket for the keys to his place, and as he's walking Zeb in the house, he's going to take the keys to his place and put them in Zeb's pocket.
Okay. Police cars pull up out front. And I think this wakes you up, Ganymede. There's a woman sitting in the car with you that you don't recognize, but she's very instantly like, are you all right?
And her hand goes immediately to her head. I don't know. I think perhaps she tried to drug me. So strange, such a nice old lady.
Well, the police are here. You should tell them. I should go though.
Oh. Yes.
If you're all right,
I think so. Thank you.
Sure thing. And she hops out of the car and heads the opposite way of the police.
And Ganymede gets out of the back of the car on the other side and starts to walk toward the police.
Okay. Is there anything anyone would like to do before we end, and we will see the results of this when we come back?
Other than getting those paintings.
Right.
What?
They're probably not going to let you take them.
Why not? Miles is our friend. I will pay for them, ma'am.
But is there anything else, Irene?
I mean, I also wanted to go in the basement.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is that Irene was set on burning this house down, and then she heard that there were possibly people downstairs, and she did not want to burn the house down while there were people downstairs.
Sure.
So she's going to that door.
Okay.
And flinging it open if it's still open.
Yeah. Okay. So where we end things is you have a friend bleeding out in the garden. Mickey's with him. Two of you are headed toward the basement. And Ganymede is meeting several police officers outside. And we will see how this all shakes out. In 2 weeks, we're going to be off next week. And then we'll be back. Let's do a quick wrap up. And let's start with Billy. Hi, Billy.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this was like my palms are sweaty. Knees weak.
Arms are heavy.
Nailed it. Cool.
Mom, spaghetti.
Get out of my head, Summer. But yeah, this was intense. Clearly Mickey is not a gun person, but he does value safety, so he has one. But yeah, this is going to be super chaotic leading up to what's next. Like I don't know. But he's in it. He's in it to win it. And I guess we'll find out. Super exciting. Everyone was great. Oh, and if you like internet stuff, follow me at Bill of the Forest. But if you don't, I don't blame you.
Okay, cool. Let's head over to Tommy, who's still kicking.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that was close. I'm at 6 out of 31 HP. Although this is the first time Zeb's taken serious harm in this game, despite being probably the one of the heaviest HP members here. But now currently was twitching in a pool of his own blood, waiting to get treated. Would love for someone to do something about his whole situation there. But yeah, that was real spicy. Things were real close there, and a few rolls going the other way. There's a time I think one roll going the other way, and things would have gone way different. But that was so much fun. It was great that I just got to wrestle a lizard crocodile person thingy. So that was fun. But yeah, I am and I won't be here in 2 weeks, unfortunately. So Zeb's just gonna be unconscious at the hospital.
Zeb's gonna have a surprise visitor.
Yeah, Zeb's gonna be at the hospital for a little while. I look forward to the surprise visitor when I get back. But super awesome. Support everyone. Come back in 2 weeks. Cannot wait to see what happens. I'm at Imperator Penguin, the Twistsphere. I do tabletop RPG stuff and video editing stuff, like the intro to this show. The only other thing I've currently got going on is this Friday on Encounter Roleplay. It is the finale of my Urban Shadows campaign, Eclipse. Things are spicy, and I may have summoned an actual earthquake in LA last night. I had an earthquake in game, and then there was an earthquake here last night, and so things are happening, and I don't know if they're affecting real world situations. Anyway, come check that out, 6 p.m. Eastern on Fridays.
Excellent. Excellent. Summer, how you doing?
Doing great. I want those paintings. Let me steal. I got to steal some books. Let me steal a painting. Same diff.
Absolutely not.
I want them, and I will do anything to get them. It's me, Summer. You can't give me cool paintings that are like glimpses into the future and or past Lauren and then not expect me to take them. You can find me on Twitter at justasummerjob. That's where I tweet and retweet about everything that I've got going on. Obviously, you can find me here every Saturday morning. Not next week, but I will be back in 2 weeks with the rest of the groups, minus our wonderful Zeb, who is fine, totally fine, fought a lizard person, doing great. And you can find me tonight over on Anarsis playing some Ironsworn. Gonna be a good time. I died in that one too. I'm a ghost. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
All right. And Allie.
Zeb just needs a nap. I'm excited that Zeb's gonna get a nap because I feel like he's earned it, you know?
Just needs to walk it off, rub some dirt on it. He'll be fine. That's what all my baseball coaches told me.
Yeah,
You're
but
wrong.
but a nap though. A nap. Listen to Ganymede. The thing I love most about Massive Nyarlathotep as like a lifelong Call of Cthulhu player is this module, adventure, whatever, it never ceases to surprise me. There's always more just below the surface. No matter how many times I get burned, the people that I think I'm there to save never need saving, and the people that I think are there to kill me are the ones that need saved. I love this story. I love the way that you're leading us through it. I love getting to tell it with all of you. And Billy, I love having you here. I love your character. I love getting to play with you. Such good stuff. You can find me on social media at Allison Robinson with 2 L's and a Y, but I'm kind of with Billy right now. Maybe don't. Like, maybe read a book or have a glass of water or take a walk or something, because social media is rough these days. That's what your Aunt Allie's doing. So she's taking a little break. So if that sounds like something that'd be good for you, do it, because I care about you. I'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Anything personal to plug, Kienna?
Yeah, just go and follow me over on Twitter at Kienna, best way to figure out what I'm doing. I'm mostly just here on the channel though with my best friend Lauren. I am the GM for Against the Stars, our Burn Bright campaign on Tuesdays. We were off this past week, but we'll be back this next week with some more space fantasy, Monte Carlo mob bullshit, because that's what the players have gotten themselves into trouble with this time. What about you, Lauren?
I'm Lauren and That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. You can find me here pretty much all the time. Otherwise, I run games for the Magpie Curated Play Program. I have some Bluebeard's Bride one-shots up for sale next week. If anyone is free and into that, they start at 7 Eastern, I think. But otherwise, that's it for me. Just channel stuff to get through real quick. So thank you Roll20, thank you Dice Envy, thank you Grinding Coffee Co. For being awesome sponsors. Thank you to Hawk for donating tonight. Thank you all for being here. This was super, super duper fun. You can catch up on any episodes you miss on YouTube. We get the VODs there during the week. You can follow us on Twitter if you want.
It's a good way to catch up with when we go live. But otherwise, you can just follow us on Twitch too, and you'll get and turn on those notifications so you know when we go live for stuff too.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's about it. Yeah, we're gonna go raid some friends.
Yes.
I think Jess has their heart stuff going on right now, so we're gonna go raid them. Please stick around and chat. If you got that hype emo, spam that hype. Otherwise, just spam some hearts. For love from us, Salty Game. We'll be back live soon enough, and we'll see you next time, everyone.
Okay. Wave bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.